Hello guys, welcome to this live stream. So in this live stream, we will actually build out a full stack, MERN stack kind of an application in Node.js, Express and React.js. This application allows you to actually build out a video editor where we will actually generate videos from a set of multiple images which the user will select, and you can even provide how many seconds each image should appear in the video. So we have developed this interface using React Material UI library, component library, and we have a simple field, and here we can write number of seconds each image should appear in the video. So let me put 2 seconds, and then I need to select the number of images. So you can select multiple images guys. So let's suppose I select these 6 images. So 6 multiplied by 12, so 12 seconds video will be generated as I click the generate video button. What you will see guys, basically we have this uploads folder inside my backend server. So this FFmpeg will create the video, and all the image files will be first of all be uploaded, and then FFmpeg will do the processing, and then the video will be shown right here in the video player. You will basically see I can now play the video, and there is also a download video option available. So you can see the slideshow of images are there, each image appearing for 2 seconds, and basically we are generating this video right here. You can basically generate video from a series of images that you have. So FFmpeg, it is doing this process, and now it is returning that process from backend to frontend, and we are displaying this video in the browser. And we have also got a download video option, and if you click the download video, you can download the video as an attachment. If I open this now, you will basically see my video is now playing right here in a video player. So this is a simple MP4 video file which is generated from a series of images. So you can change this. Let's suppose I want to have this much of 816 files. I select 16 image files. So now the video will be slightly longer, which will be 32 seconds. So now you can see that. Now you can see the video is almost 31 seconds long video, and each image is appearing for 1 second. You will see that each image appearing for 2 seconds, and you can see that. So in this way we will try to build this application, and we are using Fluent-FFMPEG library to actually build out this application. And in Node.js Express to actually generate the video and send back to this React front-end UI that we are showing it right here. It's a complete web application. If you need the full source code guys, you will see all the images are simply stored in this uploads directory, and we are actually using Malter package to actually manage our upload process. First of all, to upload those images, and then we are processing it using Fluent-FFMPEG. So these are all the packages which are used. Course module is used to enable the API can be used at different front ends. Express is a backend server. Fluent-FFMPEG is used to generate the video. Malter is used for file uploads, and UUID for generating unique file name. And in the front end side, if you check out the package.json, we are using the material UI library for actually building the user interface of the application. So these 3 packages are used. So if you are interested guys for purchasing the full source code, the link is given. You can basically purchase it from PayPal in United States dollar and Stripe in Indian rupees. So now I will start building this application from scratch. I will simply delete all this code here, and I will write this code from scratch. And also let me delete this also and start from scratch. This will be a simple functional component, and if I just refresh my application, you will basically see app will be written right here. So just make sure guys, now we will actually try to build this application. So we will first of all build out the UI. So React UI we will build out. So inside our JSX guys, we will basically include our container. This is a container thing you need to import. So just import this at the very top, all the things that we need. So container, also text field, So these are all part of the React UI material UI library: button, grid, card, and card content. This will all be coming from React. The library name is MUI, sorry, material UI. So MUI slash material. I think this is the actual library name. Sorry, at the rate is there. At the rate MUI slash material. So all these things will be imported from that, and that's all. So inside our container, guys, we will actually make our interface of the application. So inside this, we will have a h1 tag, and we will be giving a style attribute to it, which is text aligned to center. So we will align the heading in the center position, which will say video generator. So it will automatically refresh. You will see the heading is appearing in the center position, and after that we will have basically our grid structure, container, and the spacing here will be 2, and justify content to be center. You can just say here center, justify content to be center. So here we will again use another grid element, and inside this grid element now we will have an item xx is equal to 12, sm to 8 on small devices, and on medium devices it will be around about 6, just equal to. So this is basically we are using the grid structure for laying out the things. So here we will actually use the card component, and then we will inside this we will have card content. Here we will use the text field. So inside you can just do this like this. We will basically pass some things here. Text field will be full width. The label of this will be, you could give it a label which is duration, seconds, like this. And the variant here will be outlined. Value here will be duration, like this. So if you just refresh now, guys, basically you will see a input field out there. You will basically write something here, and this is basically a card like structure, card layout, which is having some box shadow associated with it. So we are basically defining this like this. And after that, guys, we will also be having a input field. This input field of type file, and it will only be accepting images. So image slash star. So first of all, close it. Then the second will be multiple. We will try to upload multiple things. There will be this input field out there. Just refresh. So I think there is some kind of error. Expected closing tag container to match opening tag grid. I think this is our grid. This is open. This is card is closed. Card text field. Let me see what is the problem. Let me paste this code here. Let me just delete that. So just refresh now. Just restart the application. Just type here npm run dev. Sometimes it can happen. Localhost 3000. duration is not defined. Sorry guys, we need to declare all the variables in React.js. What I will do is that I will delete this. Just I will be writing the UI of the application. So you will basically see now it will work. You will actually see your duration, which is full size, and there is an input field out there. So we will do the dynamic stuff later on. For now we are simply just building out the UI. So we are now having a simple button guys of generate video, and this button will take some properties. So very first property here will be the variant. So the variant here will be contained. So if you just see, basically we'll have generate video. That's all that we need guys for now, and now we will start building our writing our JavaScript code here. So for JavaScript code guys, we need to declare some state variables in order to manage the data. So we will declare a duration, set duration, and here we'll use the useState hook of React.js, the useState. So as you see, automatically it will be imported at the top, and then we will have our image, set images, and this will be empty array by default. The images will be by default it will be empty array where we will store all the images selected by the user. And then the message, set message. So we will also be displaying a message to the user that if the video is processed or not. useState, and this will also be an empty string. And then the video blob. So we will actually convert the video to a blob so that we can display that video in the video player. So initial value of this will be null. So these are the 4 state variables we have declared guys for our React.js application. And now we will try to just inside this form, basically, if you see right here, we will be having in text field, we will bind this on change. So whenever this field value changes, we will execute this function which is handle duration change. And also we will be giving a default value to it of duration that we declared in our React hook. So duration we are using it. So now we just need to declare this handle duration change. This is actual method. So whenever you change the value in the input field of duration, this method will automatically execute. So what thing I need to do inside this method guys, we just need to call the hook method set duration, and this event will be passed right here. So we need to get the value e.target.value. That's all. So same goes with the input field guys here, which we have for selecting the images. So same thing, I will do this for on change. We will give it a on change event handler. This will be handle image change. So now we need to declare this function guys, handle image change. So right here I would declare it handle image change. E parameter will be passed here as an argument. And right here guys, what we need to do right here, as we select the images, we will get the files which the user selects by using array.from. We will construct the array event.target.files. So it will actually create an array. Let's suppose we have selected 5 images. So it will create an array of 5 files. And then we will simply use the hook method, set images, and then we will pass the files. That's all. So we have basically done this, and now we just simply need to bind a on click listener to the button. So whenever we click this button, so we need to simply on click. When we click this button, we need to execute a function which is handle submit. So we now need to make this function. So simply make this function which is handle submit. This will be simply arrow function. So inside this handle submit guys, this will be a simple async function. So just make it this function as a async function. So when we click this button guys, we need to actually make a post request to the backend API So basically passing all the data that we selected, which is the number of images and the duration value in second. So now we just need to simply, for that we need to make a form data variable. So we can simply make a new constructor of the form data class, and then we can simply write here append. If you want to append something in the form data, we can append the data. Let's suppose I call this as duration. You can call this anything. I will call is duration. So I need to pass the duration. First of all, the very first thing that we are capturing right here, we are passing duration here. Then we need to pass the number of images the user has selected. So this is basically stored in an array. This is actually a array, which is this image. Just make it images because it's a plural value. So it just set images. And now we need to simply loop through that, guys. How we can do that? Basically, images is a array. So for that we will actually use a for loop. Images for each, and for each image what we need to do, we will simply call this line, which is form data dot append, and we will call this as images and image. That's all. So we are appending each image. We are simply using a for each loop because this is the actual array. So for each image we are using the append function in the form data object. So after that, guys, we now need to make the simple post request to actually send out a post request to the backend API. So we can simply make response in a try catch block. It's a async function, so we can now use, we can say catch console. So if any sort of error take place, we can console log it. So now we need to simply make a simple fetch call. So I will simply make this fetch call http localhost. The backend server will be running on port number 3001, and I will call this as generate video. This, and now as you know, guys, in post we now need to pass the actual data that we are sending to this request. So we will simply first of all make this method to be post and then the body. So the body will be equal to the form data that we constructed. So this is actual form data. We are simply passing it to the body straight as this. So after that we will simply await the response. This response will be coming in a, so I just need to first of all simply console log the response. For that, guys, we now need to for now our front end is complete. Now we need to go to our backend to actually make this route, which is 3001/generate video. So now we need to go to our backend server, which is index.js. So right here you just need to install these packages, guys, which is cors package, npmi, cors, express, Fluent-FFMPEG, Malter, uuid. So these are the 5 packages needed, and this will be a simple backend API. And inside this API we will simply first of all require the express package for building out the backend server, and this is Malter. Need to require it, and then we will have our this uuid version 4, and this I will be requiring it from uuid. And then we will require the Fluent-FFMPEG package, and also we need the file system module as well, and the cors module as well, in order to enable the cross-site access of the API. So these are all the packages that we have basically imported, and now need to make a simple app which will actually listen on this 3001 port number. So we can simply log a message to the user. App is listening on port 3001, and we will enable our cors package. That's all, and we will simply be defining the storage for the Malter, guys. So this is a very code, and here we are defining the location which all the image files will be stored in the uploads directory whenever user makes the post call. And this random file name will be given to us by using this package uuid version 4 that we imported early on. You will see that. So this is very standard code in Multer. Every time you include it, you need to basically configure it. These two properties, destination, file name. Just make a uploads directory in the root directory where all your image files will be stored, guys. Just make it. Let me delete all the files. So just make a uploads directory. Here all your image files will be stored in the root directory. And now after that we can simply pass the Multer storage to be storage. This is our middleware ready, guys, and now we will basically make our API endpoint. API endpoint to generate video from images. So for doing this, guys, we will actually make our post request, which is generate video, and this we will first of all pass it in a middleware upload array images request response. So what we are doing right here, guys, we are basically passing this data that we are sending. If you see, we are calling this form data.append images. So this value needs to be same, guys. So whatever value that you call right here, it needs to be the same right here, because we are uploading the images using Multer here. So we are simply using the name parameter that we used in our React.js. So this needs to be the same. So after it uploads the images, guys, we can also extract our duration as well by destructuring it by request.body header, and then we can, sorry, this needs to be a arrow sign. We can also be just get our duration, which will be in seconds. And now we need to construct a text file, guys. This text file is very much necessary if you want to generate a video from this multiple images. So the structure of this text file will be very, let me show you the structure, file.txt. So what it will do, file 1.jpg, duration 5, file 2.jpg, duration 5. So this is the actual structure, guys. So this is file space, this is actually the path of the image, and then the duration, because we are picking duration, common duration for all the images, duration 5, then file 2.jpg, duration 5. So using this file, FFmpeg will generate the video. So we need to construct this file. So we are giving a random file name to it. After that, we will simply also be giving a random file name to output file name, date.now, and output mp4. And then we will simply be looping through all the files which we have uploaded, request.files map, and for each file we will be extracting the path, file.path. So all the paths will be stored inside this images variable. So now we will actually write our input file, input text, images dot map, and for each image path we will simply say file, and then followed by our image path, and then we need to say here, sorry, just close the single quotes right here. I think, yeah, it needs to be in single quotes, and then we will have a new line character, duration, and then followed by the duration. This is actual structure, guys. We are basically doing this, and now we also need to join it. So dot join new line character, like this. Then we will simply say fs write file, synchronize. We'll write this file, text file, with the data that we provided, input text. So now what will happen, guys, if I try to run this application? So you will actually see a txt file will get created automatically as I select all the images. For that we need to simply run over, it is running on localhost 3301, the backend server, and our front end is also running. So now let me put duration to 2, and now let me select 4 images here, generate video. So nothing will happen right here, but check a txt file is generated with random file name, and you will basically see the files are uploaded and they have given a path, upload slash upload slash upload slash. Duration is constant, which is we picked duration 2, duration 2. And now using this, guys, we will actually use the Fluent-FFMPEG package to actually generate the video. And now to generate the video, it's very simple. We will use Fluent-FFMPEG, which is a package in Node.js to actually make FFmpeg very easy. FFmpeg will call it, and then dash input will pass the text file, and then we will use this dash input options method, input options, and here we will provide these set of options in this square bracket, which is an array, dash f for the formatting, and we need to concatenate all these images into a single video, dash save 0. These options you need to provide, and then the output path, this needs to be output options. So output options will also be an array, and the first value will be dash vf, video filter, and we need to scale this video to this is actual formula that you need to write, IW divided by 2, and this needs to be multiplied by 2. We need to truncate this, IH divided by 2 and multiplied by 2. This is actual formula, guys. You just need to write that, and again we need to have encoding. So I will use my own GPU, guys, which is NVIDIA GPU H264_NVNC. It will just speed up the process. It will use my GPU, and then dash R for controlling the quality, and then lastly the last option is PIX_FMT YUV 420p. And lastly we will give it a call the output method and give it the file name, output file name that we selected, and it basically listen for this event. When the processing is over, it will fire this event automatically on end, and then here we can simply write a message that video conversion finished or video generated successfully, and we can basically need to send out a message, or we can simply send out a message. First of all, response.json, that message video generated. So now this message will be gone to the user in the client. If I check now and open a inspect element and show to you, as I click this generate video button, just go to inspect element and console. So as you click the generate button, some error, I think I need to restart the server. Just restart the server, guys. The server is restarting it. Let me put duration to 2 and just select the images. File, if you see, it is generated. Oh, I think I forgot to tell you guys I made a very silly mistake. I didn't run this process. So at last we need to call the run function to actually start this processing. So this run function is required at last. We need to call this in Fluent-FFMPEG to start processing it. These are basically chain of methods you can pass in Fluent-FFMPEG to ease the process of FFmpeg. Lastly, we need to run the command as well. So just do that. And if you now run this, put duration to 2, and let's suppose I select these images. Generate video, and let me check the inspect element console. And it will simply say fail to fetch. Let me generate video. This is the actual endpoint. Generate video, console log response. Okay, we need to write here, if you see, fail to fetch, handle submit. TXT file has been created, but the video hasn't been generated. I think that is actual problem. The video hasn't been generated. I think I made a mistake in writing this. Input text file, input options data dash. So the link is given, guys, in the description. You can purchase it. Basically, I have written something wrong here, right here. That's why I don't want to waste your time. I will copy this. Paste it here. Format this. So let me paste. Try to run this once again. Put duration 2. So right here inside, we just need to send out a message, response.json, message video converted, just a message. 2, and let me choose the files, image files, 3 files I select, generate video. Why it is saying connection refused? Oh, I think, yeah, unexpected token. I think I made a mistake right here, something. Let's see, what is that of? Okay, sorry, this needs to be deleted. Response.json, video converted. Let me see the result here. So I'm just live coding it, guys, so errors may pop in, so just forget that. Click generate video, and if I check the, so you will see I got a response right here, and if you see, output file name is not defined. So many mistakes, right? That is why you will see that output file name. Yeah, hopefully now the no mistake will be there, and we will be. And one more thing, in app.jsx, what you need to do, we need to convert this response to JSON so that we can get, so we can say await response JSON, then console log data, just to see the correct data passed. So put the duration, select our images, and just check the console. You basically receive the object and the message you see video converted. So that's exactly what we want, guys. And if you see in the left hand side, our video has been generated. If you see 7-second video, we now need to display this video right here in the browser. How we can display that, I will show you. So it's very easy. If you just open your app.jsx right here. So first of all, we need to convert this, complete this. Instead of sending out a JSON response, we will try to read this video and convert this into a blob object. So first of all, what we will do, we will read the data of the video. And for that, we can use the read file method of the file system module of Node.js, pass the output file name, and this will give error or output as 2 arguments. And then we will simply say, after reading the file, data will be there right here. Now we just need to delete this fs unlink, this text file. Also we need to delete our output file as well, output file name, and then we will simply pass it as a header, response.header, and this will be content type. The extension will be video./mp4, it's an mp4 video file, and then response.send the data that is retrieved right here. That's all. So we are actually returning the data to the actual user instead of JSON response. And if you see now, if I select these images, we will actually get the data, not the response. So yeah, it's not a valid JSON. Basically, we are returning the video data, which is binary data. It's a garbage data. We now need to go to app.jsx to actually convert that data to blob, so that we can display this information in a video player, the video. So what I need to do, guys, after getting this data, we need to convert this data to blob. So response.blob, and then we can say set video blob to be this blob. So let me call this a dot not data, which is blob. So we have calling this hook method, which is set video blob, passing this blob object, and then we can simply set the message as well, that video generated successfully. That's all. That's all that we need to do in JSX. And now we will move to this JSX part, where we need to display the message just after the button right here, which is ending right here. We can basically display a message. If the message exists, in that case, conditionally we are rendering a paragraph, which is just embed the message right here in the curly bracket. That's all. The video generated successfully. After this grid right here, guys, what we need to do, we need to have a break tag, and then if the video blob is available, in that case we now need to have a grid, and okay, sorry, if the video blob is there, conditionally we are rendering JSX, we will have our grid, and this will also be having container spacing. Here will be 2, justify content will be center, and this will be again grid, item here will be extra small will be around about 12, small will be around about 8, and medium devices it will be around about 6. Here will be have a simple video player in the card like structure, and card content, and here we will have the video tag, and this video tag will have the controls. The style here will be, width here will be of the video player will be 100%. So here inside the video tag guys, and just here the width here and will be in double quotes, and here we will have the source will be equal to url dot create object URL, and here we will pass the video blob. This will actually create our blob URL guys using url dot create object URL. This is built-in method of JavaScript, and here we just need to close this bracket, and here we need to give it a type parameter which video you are displaying. So we need to give it a type parameter which will be videos slash mp4. And just after this guys, just after this we will also be having a button to actually download the video. So this variant will be let me give contained, and we will give it an on click listener to it. So whenever we click this we will actually download the video. So we are binding a handle download function. Now we need to make this function to actually download the video. So we can simply say handle download. So inside this function guys, we will simply download the video as an attachment whenever user clicks this button. So for that we will again use url dot create object URL and pass the video blob, which is a hook variable use state, and then we will simply make a anchor element dynamically by using create element function of JavaScript, and set the href to the URL which is created a.download to be output.mp4 and document.body.append child. So these are all JavaScript functions guys. If you haven't used them, you will know that. Then we will click the button automatically, a.click, and then we will remove this document.body remove child. Very simple logic. And now our application is complete guys, and now let me show you basically. If I type here 4 seconds and let me select our images, click on generate video. So the video here will be displaying right here guys. It is round about 19 seconds. Each image is appearing for 4 seconds. If I play the video in the video player, you will see that it will be a slideshow of multiple images appearing for a certain amount of time in the video, and it is generated by FFmpeg using Fluent-FFMPEG. We are generating the video in the Node.js Express and just showing it inside our React front end. So it's a complete burn stack kind of an application guys. Now you can simply build this application by using npm run build command and simply build this for production. So it works for all the things. You will see the video is generated, the image is uploaded, and then automatically it is displayed. You will see that it's a full project guys. I sure you will like this project. Please hit that like button, subscribe the channel. All the source code is given. You can purchase it. If you have any sort of problem, you can go to PayPal and make the payment in United States dollar, or you can go to Stripe and make the payment in Indian rupees. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I will be seeing you in the next video.